You're one and only.
Bye-bye. What's up? Yes guys, welcome to a brand new video. My name is Conan and today I'm going to be talking about the top 5 mistakes you may be making when trying to build muscle. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. Just a quick little disclaimer before we start today's video. I know I'm not the biggest, I know I'm not the strongest. However, based on my experience, I have learned a thing or two about this. So I think it's going to be really valuable advice for anyone that's pretty much a beginner or that's new to the gym. It's just important for you to not make these mistakes. So yeah, anyway, let's get into the video. So mistake number 1. You're simply eating too much food. Alright, now I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, wait a minute, eating too much food, aren't you supposed to eat a lot of food to gain muscle mass? Now yes, to an extent. You should be in a caloric surplus to obviously gain muscle mass. However, there's a point, and I feel like a lot of people do this, where they overdo it in terms of their food intake. So you only need about like 100 to 200 calories for you to be in a good caloric surplus in order for you to gain muscle mass. Just the problem I see a lot of people make is that they overdo that. They eat like 500, even up to 1,000 calories more than they need just to gain muscle mass. So what happens is that instead of building muscle mass, you actually just put on a lot of body fat. And if you eat a lot of food and you get fat, your insulin sensitivity basically gets impaired. Having good insulin levels means that, for example, if you eat carbohydrates, most of those carbs will go into your muscle. However, if your insulin sensitivity is low, a lot of those carbohydrates will go into your fat cells instead of your muscle cells. So essentially, that's not good because then you'll end up getting fat, and that's just not an optimal state for you to be in order to maximize muscle growth. And then over time, those fat cells get bigger, and that'll result in you getting fatter and fatter because your fat cells are increasing due to your insulin levels being impaired. So because most of your food goes into your fat cells instead of your muscle cells, that'll actually slow down the process of you gaining muscle mass. So instead, what you want to do is you want to be in a slight caloric surplus. I'm talking like 1 to 200 calories. That is all you need. That is plenty. Because if you think about it, just using common sense, you can only build so much muscle in so much time. You cannot rush this whole muscle building process. Alright, now the second tip I have for you guys is that you gotta push yourself in the gym. Okay, so now that you're in a caloric surplus, you gotta put those calories to good use. So basically, whenever you go into the gym, you gotta have that mindset going into the gym, thinking that, okay, every single time I step foot into the gym, I gotta do better. I gotta do something more than I did last time. So there's so many ways you can progressively overload. So for example, on the bench press, last week I did 3 sets of 5 reps. Now this week I'm doing 3 sets of 6 reps. And next week I'm gonna aim and do 3 sets of 7 reps. What I could also do is I could, instead of increasing my reps, I can increase my sets. So maybe I can do 4 sets of 6 reps or 5 sets of 6 reps. Or I could even just decrease my rest time. So instead of resting maybe 2 minutes in between sets, I'm gonna rest 1 minute in between sets. So there's so many variables you can control when you're trying to get better, get stronger, progressively overload. So yeah, really make sure you put those calories to good use, because if you don't, all of those excess calories will turn into body fat and not muscle mass. So keep that in mind.
Yeah, I'm all in. Brody on the line, I'm tapping in. God out here pulling the strings for me. A girl on the line, she feeling me. Preoccupied by the motivation. Put in the time, pay the entry fee. Bro on the rise, yeah, he kinda nice. Inside of my mind, no one's real as me. Lately, life has been gorgeous. Wake up to clear, my eyes hit record. Praise up to God, I ain't chasing no bitch. Swinging and miss, got me hitting these licks. I get the orders, don't get it distorted. Disconnected, I've been cordless, I've been cordial, I've been exploring. I got a whole lot, but somehow I want more of it. Yeah, I went to tour and put on for the soil. Hey, bruh, remember they used to ignore us? Now they dropped me the pin with the cord and they catch me running through they ordinance. Remember we couldn't afford the whip. Pushing and scraping, that shit was so ageless. We blowing on grapes for the flavors. All of a sudden we major, still independent but no label. For now I'm going hard enough that the streams will lead to a house by the beach. All of this done with the speech. Filling my pockets for now, for later. I want the picket for some sign of the neighbors. I used to skip out on the payments. Nowadays I tax for the labor. Dog on the line, you ain't tapping in. I'm staying clear, fake rapper friends. Kamikaze on the traffic cam. Only one shot to navigate the labyrinth of keeping it late. Burn it down to the ash. My life been much more than imagine. I got where I'm at with the passion. Traded all to live it backwards. Pray we ain't make it through the night. Hope we ain't make it through the night. You can see it when you look into my eyes. When you look into my eyes, you can see the grind all day. Life been going my way. Life been going my way. When I grind all day. Life been going my way. Life been going my way. Yeah, the word on my back like a Alice. Lit down the ashes. She do not come in no practice.
So tip number 3 is not doing any cardio. Alright, and now you guys know I'm a big advocate of doing cardio, but I do still believe that you should be doing some cardio even when you're trying to build muscle. So here's why. So having good cardiovascular health will help you stay fit, which can actually help you in a gym. So if you think about it, if you don't do cardio at all, you may be super tired after doing just a set of squats. However, if you're more fit, then after that first set of squats, you may not be as tired because your cardiovascular health and your endurance is on point. So that's why I'm such a big advocate of it. If you're trying to build muscle mass, however, you should not prioritize doing cardio. Obviously, you should prioritize weightlifting. So cardio should not interfere with your workouts at all. So what I would recommend you guys to do is to either number 1, do cardios on your rest days, so on days where you don't train at all, or number 2, do cardio after your workouts. So basically you want to get your workout done and over with, give that your most energy, and then after that do your cardio. Or what you could also do, third option, is that you can split the 2 workouts into 2 separate workouts within your day. So say for example in the morning time you want to do some cardio, and then at night a couple hours later you can do your workouts. So kind of space the 2 workouts appropriately throughout your day. Now let's go run. Alright, so just finished about, I think like 20 or 30 minutes of cardio. Just at a steady state, no sprinting, just steady state, running through the trails behind me. I'm not gonna lie, it rained like a couple hours ago, so like the trails were pretty muddy, so I had to be like careful not to slip and stuff. And also, because summer's literally pretty much here, that means that a lot of bears are out there now as well, so I have to pay super close attention not to come across a bear, because like that'd be pretty scary. Super tired right now. Go back home, eat something, and go to bed. 5 grams of creatine. I wouldn't necessarily just rely solely on supplements, because like it's in the name, supplements are just there to supplement your diet. Your diet should be your number 1 priority. Make sure you get your micronutrients, hit your macronutrients, your vitamins, your minerals, all those good things within your diet, because like yeah, that's just what you should do. Also, I also took my green supplement powder, and if you guys remember, I had a really hard time getting this down the first time I ever tried this, because the taste was just off. It did not taste good at all. However, it's been like probably 2 weeks now, and I'm getting kind of used to the taste, so I'm not having a super hard time getting it down. So that's ideal. I'm gonna go downstairs right now, make a bagel, and then go to bed. Guys, now the 4th tip I have for you guys is to actually sleep. Now, I think sleep is one of the most underrated things you can do just in terms of like building muscle and just so many more things. Sleep is so important. Making sure to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep each and every night is basically just going to ensure that you get proper recovery, proper rest, make sure that you feel alert the next day, makes you feel refreshed, makes you just feel freaking awesome. If you neglect your sleep, you're not doing anything beneficial to your body. Believe it or not, guys, you don't actually build muscle in a gym. In a gym is where you tear your muscles down, and when you rest and recover is when you actually rebuild that muscle. And the thing is, like, sleep is one of the easiest things you can do, because obviously, like, you're not working hard, you're not pushing yourself, you're not being disciplined by not eating that brown. You're just sleeping, you're just in bed doing nothing, laying down. Like, anyone can do it, just do it, man. So I'm gonna sleep right now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the 5th and final tip. Alright guys, it's currently the next morning. I just woke up, and the last and final tip I have for you guys is consistency. Alright guys, so I just pulled up at work. You know, with consistency, what I mean by that is that pretty much everything you do, you have to be consistent with it. You're not going to see the results you want to see if you're not consistent with your workouts, with your nutrition, with your sleep and recovery, just with everything. Like, if you're not consistent, you're not going to see those results. So really make sure you're on top of your training and you eat in a caloric surplus consistently, and obviously you rest and recover consistently. So doing all of those factors on a day-to-day basis, on a week-to-week basis, on a month-to-month basis, you're going to be able to see great results. So anyway, with that said, I'm about to head over to work. I sincerely hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to go give this video a thumbs up. I'd highly appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.